everyone. I hope you guys can see me and that you guys can actually hear me. So hold on, let me go to my page and actually broadcast this out. All right, hear me. So hold on, let me go to my page. All right, so I definitely think that you guys can see me and actually broadcast this out. All right, good deal. So today I kind of want to talk about having faith and making a connection with your angels. I've been doing angel work and working with God and spirit for a really long time. I want to say since 1996 is when I first established a strong bond with spirit. I actually had a dream. Hey, Stephanie, thank you so much for watching. So my little story is how I began my connection with the angels. I was actually pregnant in 1997, and I was about maybe 7-8 months pregnant. No. I was like 5 or 6 because I didn't even know what I was having yet. And well, anyways, hair's getting in my way. Anyways, I remember being asleep, and it was the day before I was supposed to actually get a sonogram to find out what I was having. And as I was sleeping, I actually saw my body had like an outer body experience, and I watched myself toss and turn. And then all of a sudden, I could see a baby in the womb, and I could hear the swishing sound of the amnio water and all that stuff, and the baby moving around, sucking his thumb and all kinds of stuff. And between his legs, I could tell that he was a boy. And then after that, I could see myself being pulled out of the room, and it was a big golden light. And in that big golden light, I heard a voice. And an angel also came and said that we're connecting you to God. And I said, yeah, but if your God is in the light, the golden light, why is it that I can't see him? And the voice was a very deep voice who said to me that my vibration is way too high. The frequency is going to be way too much for man to see. And so what you're seeing is just the frequency that I emit. And he said, and actually nobody sees him until we cross over ourselves. And so he had told me he had a mission for me, and he showed me some stuff that actually the angel actually told me, we're going to take you fast forward into the future, and we're going to show you some things that you're going to come across. And they showed me a yellow house with magnolias in the front and a bunch of flowers. And they showed me a connection to this gentleman and him talking about me really, really bad and how he wanted to hurt me. And I didn't know who this person was until I want to say maybe 4 years later. It turned out that it was a gentleman that I knew back in high school. And we ended up in that house actually in Pearland. It was a yellow house with a magnolia tree in the front. And he was very verbally and physically abusive to me, and I wasn't with him very long, so I ended up kicking him out 3 months later and putting a restraining order on him. But I knew then, at that moment, it didn't hit me until at that moment. Do you understand? And so I knew that that I had some sort of experience with the divine. Prior to that, I was a little skeptical of connecting to spirit and to the angels, because growing up Catholic and living with a very religious family, doing this type of work was just not approved of. It was looked down upon. You hear stories about how psychic work and mediumship is all a part of the devil kind of type stuff. And so I had to establish a really strong connection to the angels, and I started testing them. Of course, they were telling me they're not meant to be worshipped. They're pretty much here. They're around us all the time, and they will only intervene whenever the divine says they need to, like if you're in danger or there's a really bad accident that's about to take place and you're not supposed to, it's not your time yet. And actually in that yellow house, I can tell you that in the middle of the night, I heard my son screaming out for me. And so I woke up startled, walked across to the other side of the house where their rooms were, and they were sound asleep, all four of my kids. And so as I walked back to my room, I heard this weird zapping noise, and then I started to smell smoke. So immediately I grabbed all my kids, woke them up, took them outside, grabbed my cell phone, and called 911, and they sent out a fire truck. And the gentleman, the firefighter, actually told me that I had called them just on time because it turned out that the refrigerator had faulty wiring and that it was about to catch on fire. And if we would have been asleep, well, tragic situation could have taken place. And so he said, you should count your blessings and thank whoever's watching over you. And immediately I knew it was my guides. Now, again, as I said, in order to establish a strong connection to them, I had to test my angels. What I normally did was to build a trust bond between my guides and my angels. I asked them to show me that they're around. Tell me that you are from the divine. Show me anyway. And I told them that I was open to purple flowers. And so a week later, I ended up mowing my lawn, the front yard, and there was a tree in the front yard. And the very next day, there was a whole field of purple flowers, just wildflowers. And I thought it was odd because the day before I just cut the grass, where the heck did this come from? And automatically it dawned on me that I just asked them to prove that they were around me and they were willing to work with me. And so I tested them again. I said, okay, angel, spirit, if you're there, God, if you're there, you want me to connect with you and to finally fulfill my purpose, then you know what? I like chocolate. I want a Snickers. And so just bring me a Snickers bar. And so the very next day when I went into work, this gentleman walked in and he handed me a Snickers bar. And I said, what's this for? And he said, I don't know. I just had this overwhelming feeling to buy one for you and give it to you. And I laughed, and he didn't understand why I was laughing, right? Because that was my sign from spirit, from the angels, that they were there for me. And so I did a little more things. I went to Walmart, and you know how packed Walmart can be. And I was like, okay, I've got all these baby kids around me, and I just don't want to walk really far to the front door with all four of my kids. And again, I was toting two little ones, a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and then two 2-year-olds or 1-year-olds at the time. So I was like, give me a parking space up in the front, like really close to the door. And so something told me, drive around. So I drove around the little aisle, and when I went back to the front, a car was pulling out, and I was like the second car in that aisle close to the door. So again, it astonishes me a lot. I mean, it amazes me all the time when I ask for something from my guides that they're always there to answer me. And that's the thing, is I want you to understand that you have to establish a really good bond with your guides. You have to establish a really good bond with God and with Jesus and the angels. And they're here to help you. I always told Archangel Michael, well, I don't want to ask you for stuff because when I do, I feel like it's taken away from other people. And they said, we can be in multiple places at one time. And we sit around sometimes just waiting for an assignment. And we're so happy to help when we're called upon. Not many people call upon us or put us assignments, and we're willing to help, but we can't intervene without anyone asking. Now, I can tell you this much, is that being raised Catholic, when I first started this work, I was afraid. And I can say that it wasn't so much a fear of connecting with something demonic. It was more of a fear of going against religion and all kinds of stuff. And as I meditated and made my connection to source, to the divine, I started thinking about Jesus. I started thinking about the Bible and how the Bible is filled with stories about people who are clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient. And I make this statement because Moses heard the voice of God. Okay, he had a mission. And then you also have Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc also heard the voice of God, and she actually went on a crusade for the church, for the religion, for God. And there's many stories. Mother Mary, she saw an angel. She was obviously clairvoyant. And then you can't forget Jesus. Jesus was the big thing. He was just like everything. He was a medium. He communicated with the dead when he rose Lazarus. He also could tell his future. He was a psychic, because of course, how else would he have known of Judas betraying him and all these other people betraying him, right? He knew this beforehand, before it all played out. And we also know he was a healer. And so I say this because a lot of people look down on what we do. But again, a lot of us have a anointing to help others. Doesn't mean that I'm Jesus, okay? I'm me. I'm Victoria. I'm Victoria Alvarado. And I'm here because I'm wanting to be of service to help people in any way that I can. That's through healing, through spiritual guidance. But you also have to be open. Openness is an awareness. The level of awareness is so important when it comes to being open for healing, for readings, anything, because, it's like a parachute. You expect them to both open when it's time, right? So if you reject it, or if you automatically go into a healing or a session or a reading session automatically thinking, oh, this is full of crap. This person's not the real deal. They're not going to be able to pick up on me. They don't know what they're talking about. This healing is not going to work. Well, guess what? It's not. Why? Because you believe it to be true. And because you believe it to be true, you automatically create that. You already put in this inner resistance. But when you're open, and you're open for healing, and your heart truly wants to heal, then you will accept any guidance, and your level of awareness will be risen even to a higher level. And so I say this because I get a lot of clients who are always negative. And you know what? They're negative because they've never expected good things. They expected bad things, everything to go bad. But again, your thoughts create your life. So you have to sit and ask yourself, what am I creating for myself right now? Is it chaos? Is it negativity? Or am I actually bringing in peace and tranquility? Am I seeing my life get better with every single day that I wake up? So let me see. I got a couple of comments here. Sophia asks, is there anyone who wants to connect for me? Any loved ones who have passed, please? Thank you. Okay, I'm not picking up on anything right now, but doesn't mean that someone may not come through. Okay. Chris, thank you so much. You say you love my stuff. Hey, Kelly, I haven't seen you in years. Oh my God. Glad that you were able to pop on and listen. Anita, hi, how are you? Okay, so I'm sorry, my phone is going off over here. I just kind of want to clear it and turn it over so I don't see it and it doesn't distract me. So, I kind of want to give the guidance for today. I think that's what we'll do. We'll start out with that. Kind of waiting for some more viewers to kind of pop on here, and that way people know that I'm here. Hey, Rosie, how are you? I'm going to click into, I can't even go into, even if I try to go into Facebook, you're going to be able to hear it in the background. Just kind of don't want that background noise. I do encourage you guys to share this broadcast. We are actually live right now. We're going to be doing some healing work. For some reason, I kind of feel like we got to work on the crown chakra. I'm going to write that down. This is what they're telling me. We do have to work on the crown to help some of you to really connect to the divine, connect to source, and to help you with joy. Okay. So this is what Spirit is telling me. Hold on. We need to learn about the law of oneness. A lot of us feel that we are separate from God or separate from the angels, when in all actuality, we're all one. We're one with everything. We're one with our higher selves. We're one with the planet, with the earth, with the animals, with everything that's around us. We are never separate. But for some reason, some of us feel that we are separate. And when we feel that we're separate, we're being left out. So they're saying that you have to really connect and be one with spirit, one with your higher self. And that's when the energies can really flow and you can start seeing magical changes in your life. Again, I always thought that I was separate from spirit. Even when I would connect to my higher self, I always saw that my higher self was over here and I was over here and I was below. No, spirit and I are one. God and I are one. Jesus and I and the angels, we are all one and we are all interconnected in one divine source. Okay. So just something that they just told me. So, Spirit, what messages do you have for everyone here today? Spirit, what do we need to know about this week? What do we, I know I did the horoscopes last week, but the horoscopes was just like, it took forever. So we're just going to go ahead and just do it as a group for everyone that is watching. So I'm connecting to everyone that is watching, anyone who's going to be watching later on. I'm going to connect to the energy, and I want you to tell me, angels, I want my higher self and my angels and my guides, my spiritual team to tell me, what do the audience need to know about this week? What do we need to know about this week? They're saying that this week you're going to realize that you have worked really, really hard to create the things that you cherish in your life, such as beloved relationships, amazing accomplishments, and health and home. Rest assured that all these treasures and you are being constantly protected by your angels. In return, Mother Earth, the animals, and the environment need your protection. So again, this is why they're telling me, hey, everyone needs to know that we are all one. We are all interconnected. We are one source. We're not separate. So again, we need to send love to the environment, send love to your peers, send love vibrations out to heal those that are hurting and in pain. And understand that the animals, the earth, and everyone in it, even the environment, needs your protection. So even just surrounding everyone with white light. And I think that's what we're going to do today. All right, so I'm going to raise my vibration up just a little bit. And I see that they're bringing in some golden rays of light. And I'm bringing that in. I'm breathing that in. I'm allowing it to fill my entire body. And I'm going to project that golden rays of light around you. And this golden rays of light is going to remove any emotional traumas, pain in the heart, and any blockages in the root chakra. They're saying we need to bring that energy up through each chakra. So we're bringing up the energy from the root, from Mother Gaia, from Mother Earth, whatever you want to call her. And we're bringing in the energies of the divine. I see that the light's switching and stuff here. And so that's automatically showing me that we've connected into the light. So we're bringing in the divine light that is coming down from the crown all the way to our feet. And from our feet all the way up, we're connecting these two energies to create a balance. Anywhere that you have emotional pain or anger or hate towards God or the angels or the divine, they're clearing that out to help you to incorporate divine understanding, to understand why certain things played out in your life and why things are the way they are. And they're also giving you the divine understanding and the tools that you need to intuitively incorporate that into your body, mind, and spirit by finding the solutions that you need within yourself. I'm going to transcend all that light to spirit. I don't want to take that on. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and just pull that out. Pull it out as well. If there's any entities, any dark beings of any nature, no matter how covert, duplicate, hidden, or camouflage that may be. If there's any of this attached to them, I now dispatch all the angels, Archangel Michael, the mighty warriors of light, the henchmen of light, to be by your side to help you to pull them out. I'm going to put them in a pale silver orb. Take them out, pull them, put them in that orb, put them in a locking station, lock them up so that they never return again. And that's a lot. Let's go ahead and pull that out. And take them to the most right and perfect place so they never return again. You may start to feel a little lighter. And just allow the energies to pass through your body. Do not resist. Get into the spirit of allowing. And just say that I allow the white light to flow through my body, to purify and cleanse me, and help me to be whole and healthy, and to connect to your higher self, to connect to your heart space. And as you breathe in the light, and as you exhale all your worry, your stress, emotional traumas, and give it over to the angels. They're willing to take it for me right now. I'm going to pull that out. Yep, that's it. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. All right. So they're also clearing the energy before we end up, I'm going to spray here real quick, before we end up doing any type of readings or any type of healing for you guys, or any further healing if it's separate from what I just did. Spraying the area with some Palo Santo. This is actually some really good stuff. And just kind of make sure that my space is actually clear. Got some really heavy energies in when it comes to any type of social media. There's always some type of heavy energies because there's so many people that are angry and upset or hurt or in pain. And of course, we project that out onto Facebook and social media, you know, whether it's Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or whatever social media outlets that you use to rant and rave. So we're asking that the angels transmute that. So what other messages do you have for those that are watching today about this week? Help them get through the week. So despite the fact that we are having the coronavirus situation going on and we can't really go out, and Spirit says that we really need to have more fun. You know, the energies are also kind of down, that we're wanting to celebrate. We're wanting to go back to our old selves of weddings and graduations, and, you know, participate with our loved ones with their birth announcements. And so the need to have fun needs to be incorporated in a safe way, whether that's dancing at home, whether that's, I don't know, watching a funny movie, or even just getting on Skype and Skyping with your friends and family and catching up. You know, there's different ways that you can still have fun. And again, I understand that a lot of you guys feel that we're not going to be moving in a good direction, that we're going to be stuck in this little bubble, you know, and not be able to do anything. But I definitely feel that in the next 4 months, and they said this last week, in the next 4 months, that we will find peace and contentment, and we will see everything come to full completion. Okay. So in the next 4 months. So again, they're saying, yeah, just kind of hang in there, find outlets if you can. Yeah, we understand that we're not in a state of being able to renew our life, our social, because of the social distancing. But let me just say this, is that, again, what right now is not a favorable assessment that they're doing for us. And that's a good thing, because we don't want to continue spreading this virus to other people, but we will get back to normal in the next 4 months. To be honest with you, I just kind of feel like we'll start to see some sort of a slowdown come August, to be honest with you. But, from now until, keep seeing November for some reason. So let's see, we're in July. Yeah, so 4 months from now is November. So they're still confirming that we will finally be able to be social come November. All right, so let's see. Someone on here said, let's see. Someone on here said that they wanted a card drawn for their love life. I got to go back. Oh, Steffi. All right, Steffi. Let's see what's going on here for you, okay? Heavenly Father, creator of all that is, what do you need Steffi to know at this moment? What messages do you have for her in regards to her love life? What do you need her to know about her love life? Steffi, are you always on the internet? Like, I don't know why. I just kind of see myself with the wine glass and doing a lot of selfies. Like, I'm just trying to interact as much as possible. Hold on. All right, Steffi, what does she need to know? Here's the thing. They're saying that you need to retreat from a current situation, okay? They're saying that they're wanting you to get back out there and be social and to find somebody new is what they're saying to me. What I'm being shown is unrequited love. So you find yourself possibly in a relationship that there just isn't enough chemistry or enough attraction to keep the relationship going. And even if you're not in this particular type of relationship now, that maybe this is a type of men or women, whatever it is, you may be attracting these partners that there just isn't enough chemistry. If you're trying to find relationships online, and if that's what you're doing, that might be the problem, is that you're not going to find any type of relationship that is going to work or find one that's compatible with you by meeting them online. I got to say that sometimes they have a different persona that they try to perceive to us to make us fall in love with them. And sometimes we fall in love with the idea of this particular person that we think is our ideal match when we know in our heart and our vibration that it's not. And so Spirit is saying that if you're finding yourself caught in a loophole of constantly being in relationships where there just isn't enough chemistry, what that means is, my thing's falling out. What that means is that maybe you love them more than they love you, or vice versa. They're saying it's time to back away from that. For some reason, I feel like maybe the reason why you possibly may stay in a certain relationship is because of children. Or if you have children and you may feel like, I just can't find the right mate because I have children. Okay. So I just got to leave that for you. And I hope this makes sense. But Spirit is saying that you have to reconnect to you and stop allowing foolishness, is what they're telling me. I'm not sure why I feel that, but they're saying that it's time to back away and focus on yourself and your children if you have any, or just focus on loving you first. When you love yourself first, you will automatically vibrate the frequency to find someone else who's also going to love you and cherish you the same way you do yourself. All right, so let's see. Okay, let me see. So that was Steffi. I wasn't sure whether or not she's still on, waiting or not. I hope she gets this message. So, all right. So, Yaz, you said that you want to know whether or not your partner that is currently with you to stay all the way. You've been feeling neglected and kind of upset about his family presence in my house. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Yaz, let's see what's happening. What do you need her to know about her current partner? What does Yaz need to know about her current partner? Here's the thing. They're saying that very soon you and him are going to have this talk, okay, to clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. But here's the thing. Spirit is telling me, Yaz, that you have to decide for yourself what it is that you want, okay? And that when you're all over the place and you're like, yeah, I want it, no, I don't, yes, I do, no, I don't, no, you're like all like monkey mind. They're saying that you have to clearly state to yourself, what do you want in this relationship? Okay. Here's the thing. You feel like this person's not your soulmate, and you feel like there's just no connection. But really, in some ways, Spirit is telling me that you're not really trying to make an effort. You feel that he's the one that's neglecting you, but you also ask yourself, what am I doing that maybe I am also projecting out to my partner, who is in turn mirroring back at me? So it's like a two-part thing here. He may feel neglected too, right? You probably are distancing yourself, and in turn, he's doing the same thing. He's only mirroring the same action that you are projecting out to him. So if you want to create balance, Spirit says that this is a great love worth taking. But you guys both need to make the steps on this journey towards each other. And that means that you have to decide for yourself and make this decision. Am I in this for the long haul or am I not? Because your partner will feel that your energy is also stepped back from him. Ultimately, what does Spirit want her to know? All right, so one last card, just because I feel like you need to know this. So Spirit says that, yes, you may be called upon to be a spokesperson for a cause close to your heart. Your angels will give you the perfect words and you'll do brilliantly. You may be asked to be a mentor or find one for yourself. The situation involves something or someone who's professional with a positive attitude and fresh ideas. And this person could be you, maybe emotionally unavailable. So again, here's the thing. Spirit is saying again, you are emotionally unavailable, okay, yourself. So you and him have to have a very long heart-to-heart talk. And you may find that he feels the same way that you feel about him, okay? And then you have to go from there to figure out what are our next steps to the next level. Okay, so make sure that communication is going to be the key this week. All right, so Max, here's the thing, is that if this person committed suicide a few days ago, I'm not going to be able to connect with her. The being is that her spirit is going to be in turmoil and the energy is going to be too rough. And again, she may need to have at least 6 months to a year to fully transition to the other side. Angels are telling me the reason why is that if someone commits such an act, they don't feel worthy, or they feel so much shame and guilt that they feel that they don't deserve to be in the light. So she's going to have to go through a review. The angels are going to have to counsel her as much as possible until she is able and willing to transition over to the other side. So right now she's kind of in limbo, so I'm not going to be able to connect with her. Okay, I'm sorry. So Stephanie says that I've been having a lot of vivid nightmares lately, as well as feeling like something is around me that I can't identify. I'm hoping you can give me some guidance, healing about what's going on. Stephanie, are you still on? Can you please say yes on the comment? Because I do got to ask you a question. I don't know why I'm feeling this. Stephanie S., if you're still on, can you please comment below that you're here? Okay. So Miss Stephanie, I got to ask you, do Do you work in the health industry or the medical field, whether it's nursing, or because for some reason I feel like the heavy energies that you are feeling is because of the people that you've been around, a lot of emotional stuff that's been going on. Because for some reason I'm feeling like someone may have crossed over, or you have been around people that have crossed over and having to help deal with the chaos. I kind of feel like there's still something there lingering around. Can you please answer that for me? Please message in the comments below. Okay. Stephanie, are you sensitive? Are you an empath or just sensitive to energies? Okay. Okay, that's why I'm picking up something about nursing or the hospital or something, because I honestly feel that whenever you were there, you may have picked up something. What that means is that if you're sensitive or if you're empathic, they see your light. And of course, since there's so many people that are passing in the hospitals and everything is just happening so quickly, when you went in, you said, I'm going to post this. I was just in the hospital for surgery, actually. Okay. So with that being said, when you were there, you picked up some attachments. Okay. So with that being said, I would suggest going to my website and scheduling an aura clearing or an entity attachment removal. And that way I can go in and pull off whatever you may have picked up. Sometimes they just need guidance and they want help, but you may not be the proper source, because it's like, they see your light. Like I said, I mentioned this last week, when you flip the light on the back porch or the front door, what happens? Automatically, you have a bunch of those little bugs that come, mosquitoes, everything just starts flocking because the light turned on. So when you walked into the hospital to have your surgery, your light was on. And when you had surgery, you started to have to open up. Okay. And so again, you picked something up. And so they thought maybe you could help them somehow. Technically, you probably are helping them because you popped on the live today, the live stream. So when you popped on today, that was your solution. So I would suggest scheduling an aura clearing or an entity attachment removal, and we can get those things off and send them to the light and send them wherever they need to go. All right. I'm just kind of looking at Sandy. Okay, so when I tune into your energy vibration, Sandy, is there a lot of like stomach or like, I don't know, my stomach and my lower abdominal area just kind of feels icky for some reason. So let me ask you, have you been having or dealing with a lot of like indigestion or stomach or maybe in the reproductive organ area? Okay, Stephanie, I'm glad that made sense to you. So Sandy, can you please comment below? Okay, all right. And I know it might be TMI, but are you also having to like make frequent stops to the restroom? Or is it just indigestion? Because what they're telling me, they're saying that there's something about your eating, and I don't know if maybe it's a particular type of food that has acidity that's not meshing well with your stomach. But they're saying that you need to change up your eating habits is what they're saying. Okay, I hope this makes sense, Sandy. All right, anybody else want some divine guidance or healing? You could go back through the comments and see if I missed anything. You said no. No to what, hun? Sandy? Can you be a little more specific? But you're also suffering from dizziness. Okay. What is going on with her, Spirit? Here's the thing, is that, again, the dizziness may be also from if you're constantly going to the bathroom, if you're constantly, using the bathroom, that means you're dehydrated. Okay. And so if you're dehydrated in any way, then of course you will have some dizziness. Hold on. So again, you have to watch what you eat, and you need to start drinking more water and see if that kind of helps you. Okay. I kind of feel like it might be just a little bit of a bug or something, but to be honest with you, it may have been something that you ate. Okay. Sometimes, like if you've had a salad and then all of a sudden they say, oh, you can't eat salad because it's got salmonella or whatever, right? There's something in connection there where it just may be just a really small bug, or it may be that the acidity of whatever you ate is messing with your stomach. And so with that being said, is that you need to make sure that you're properly hydrated. And again, if you're going to the restroom a lot, you may think that you're drinking a lot of water, but you need to start drinking more fluids than what you're drinking now. Okay. All right. So Allie, you're saying, can you help with healing of emotions that have to do with past traumas? All right. So Allie, if you don't mind, do I have permission to connect to your energy? So I'm calling in the angels of light, the beings of light, and my spiritual healing team. What's with being ripped away from family, or because it feels to me like you have this from way childhood, like maybe 6 to 9 years old, but I feel like ripped away or taken away from family for some reason. So Sandy, I'm going to say that you have a lot of stuff going on. So I would suggest scheduling a private session, and that way we can address everything. Again, this is a mini session here, and I want to make sure that everyone at least gets one session or one reading, or at least one question answered today. So again, if you have a lot of stuff going on with you, I would suggest you go to victoriaalvarado.com and book a session, and that way we can get all your questions answered and addressed properly. Okay. All right. So Miss Allie, sorry about that. Are you there? Okay. So I'm going to connect to you. And again, as I said before, I feel like this past traumas has everything to do with between 8 or 9. And for some reason, I feel like I was torn away, or maybe that's the feeling that I'm getting, that I was torn away from family, or torn away from someone, period. Okay. Okay. That would be yes for me. You, because of what you said. Okay. Being ripped away, maybe emotionally because of family problems. Okay. So again, I'm distant, or I'm being ripped away from family. Okay. So let me just say this, is that they're saying there's a lot of misunderstanding. So again, we're going to go ahead and surround you with light. So definitely see that your angel wings are kind of bound. And so I see wires or barbed wires around you. So they're clipping that. And as soon as they did that, I saw them poof out. Okay. And so now we're surrounding you now with pink light, and they're connecting in the heart area. All right. So I ask that you tell me, okay, so go ahead and find the top priority source imprints of all the emotional traumas, resentment, hate. Who's the one that is manipulating or trying to control everybody in the family? I see female, Miss Allie. I feel like there's someone that is definitely, I definitely feel like there's someone in the family, female, that's very manipulative or very controlling. And she's one of the reasons why you may feel emotionally ripped away because of family problems. Are you aware of this female, Miss Allie? Okay, got it. And no, and it felt that. Okay. There's a lot of jealousy there between you and mom. And it's not about you being jealous of mom, but mom being jealous of you. Do you seem to be doing a lot better than what she is, or in a better predicament than she is, Miss Allie? All right, so there's a lot. Okay, they're showing me a bunch of cords. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the cords to mom. We go to the heart cords, and we're going to send healing light in the heart space, and we're locating the cords connecting you to mom. And we're sending love, light, energy for healing. What we're doing is we're asking mom we're placing mirrors around mom to make her look at herself, to really see herself and what she's doing. And not only that, but projecting her negative energy back towards on her so that she can deal with her own karma instead of projecting it out to everyone, including you. And I want you to imagine, Miss Allie, that your mom is standing in front of you. And I want you to release any emotional trauma, any emotional pain, any words that were said, actions that were done or taken place. And I want you to release that with divine love. And I want you to say that I take my power back from you, Mom. You no longer have power over me. And I forgive you, I release you, and I hold no unforgiveness back. I am free and you are free. And as you exhale, release all the negative energies, and we're going to ask that God step in and place a golden orb of light in your heart and her heart. And I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to step in and cut the cords that are connecting you to your mom. These cords are no longer needed and they're adversely affecting her. If anything has been activated anywhere in her auric field, please clear it now. All right, Miss Allie, I've disconnected from your energy, and just let me know what you felt or what came up for you. All right, so let's see. Kim, you're saying that you guys are thinking about moving. Should we do it sooner or later? Let's see. Spirit, she wants to know whether or not now is a good time to move. What does Kim need to know? They're saying to wait until February, and now is not the time. Although you feel that on a positive note that it would be a good time, but they're saying wait till February of next year, and then you'll have favorable chances of being able to do that move without any issues. Okay, Kim, I hope that you got that. Okay. So being that you felt the energy in your hands, the energy in the hands are definitely connected to the heart chakra. Everything in this chest area is connected to here and here. So everything coming out of the hands, again, showing me that all this energy that you had was way too much for you to handle. And for the energies to go cold, it tells me that the energy that you were carrying is in your heart was flowing out your hands. All right. So Jim, it says, can you sense anyone around me? I get the light in my room, go dim, and then comes back on after a while, or sometimes it flickers. To be honest with you, I want to make sure that you check the electrical system, or the light bulb might be getting ready to go out. So, because I'm not really picking up anything, to be honest. So give it about a week or two. I probably would say that the light will completely go out completely. If it happens again, make sure that the electrical wiring, or that you actually have, just put a new light bulb in, honestly, and then see if it happens. But I doubt that it will happen again with the dimming and all that stuff. I think it's actually a sign that it's about to go out. All right. Let's see. Bobby Bailey, are you still watching? Can you please comment below? Bobby, come on down. Are you still watching this broadcast? Please comment below. All right, Bobby. I honestly feel that we need to talk about your whole career stuff. And there's something about you wanting to make a change when it comes to your career. Are you trying to go back to school or do some sort of certification? Or are you trying to just completely change your job position, or something with the change in the job? It might be the title, or even just get out of whatever it is that you're doing. Can you please verify or validate whether or not this is true, please? And Miss Lena, yes, this is where you will ask your questions. I might try to do the number here shortly, and to see if we're able to take calls or not. Okay. Currently, you're in pharmacy school. Okay. I want you to know that Spirit is telling me that you will feel at ease once you're done with all of that. Okay. And I honestly kind of feel like maybe you've thought a couple of times about changing your maybe your degree plan, or maybe whatever it is that you're doing. At the same time, I'm getting nervous. I'm kind of feeling like I'm like freaking out about whether or not I'm going to be able to pass. But Spirit is saying is that once you finally finish your schooling, then you will be more mind at ease, is what I'm hearing. You're going to be more at ease knowing that you picked the field that you really, really enjoy. Again, they're saying that you kind of question whether or not should I be doing this. And again, the change is going to come. I keep hearing fall. So I don't know if you'll be done this fall semester, which starts in August, or if you're going to be done fall semester next August. But either way it goes, a change in jobs. If you're working and going to school at the same time, they're saying that change is going to happen, and you're going to love what you're doing. You found your ideal job. Don't psych yourself out or get nervous, or start to get the jitters or thinking that, oh, I don't think I should be doing this. They're saying just keep moving forward. If you have to, you can contact Archangel Ariel. Archangel Ariel. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Is it true? Okay. Yeah. So you can contact Archangel Ariel to give you the strength and confidence that you need to carry you through the finish line. Okay. So I leave that with you. I hope this makes sense. All right. I'm sorry, you guys probably hear my son. He's playing Call of Duty Warfare, and He's screaming in the other room. All right. So just kind of on here again, waiting for more people to join in. Okay, Bobby says, my big issue is thinking I won't be good enough once I graduate, but everything else she said is spot on. Thank you. Okay, so here's the thing, that you will graduate and you are good enough, okay? And even though you have this inner turmoil, again, that's why I said you need to ask Archangel Ariel to be with you at this moment, to give you the strength and the courage that you need, or give you that boost that you need to finish school and get to that finish line, okay? Archangel Ariel is pretty much coming to me to say that there is definitely light at the end of the tunnel, and that even though you may feel out of sorts or feel like you're not doing the right thing or that you're not good enough or whatever emotions come up, they're saying that stop, because you are doing the right thing. It's going to be okay. You need to have confidence in yourself, and if you lack confidence, ask them to help you with building that confidence back up, okay? I'll leave you with that. All right, so anyone else need a healing or has any questions? I'm going to put the number up just to see whether or not I can actually take calls. Tried to test it last week, but not very many people wanted to call in. But 512-640-9925. We are live with StreamYard currently. It is 9:30 p.m., July 13th, 2020. So, Stephanie, are you the one that was at the hospital? If so, then if what you're experiencing may very much be because of the attachments. Sometimes whenever you bring spirits home or any type of dark energies home or dark entities home, it can affect everyone, and she may be picking up on that. So I'm not sure how many weeks ago you had your surgery. But definitely feel that the energy is funky over there where you're at, and it's because something was brought home from the hospital. So again, with her, they're telling me depression. So weird. Is she a teenager, or is she more an adult? Because if she's a teenager, I kind of feel like it's a hormone thing for some reason, but they're saying to me an imbalance, hormonal imbalance with your daughter. And they're also telling me that there might be some slight depression there. Okay. So with, yeah, they will affect everyone around you. Just so you know, just because they're attached to you, that energy can affect everyone in the house, especially emotionally. Okay, so it may be affecting her. She's a teen. Okay, so again, being that she's a teen, that's what I was kind of picking up on. Because she's a teen, she's a little more easier and more susceptible, because we know teens are kind of all over the place, right? So with that being said, is that if she's looking at depression, I honestly feel that has something to do with the spirit of being attached to her, affecting her as well. All right. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that helps you with your. So you can either do a family clearing. The other thing you can do is I would suggest a house clearing and a family clearing. The reason being is that we want to make sure that the house is cleared. We shut down any portals, make sure that they're not lingering in the house, but we also shut down any portals within your body, your daughter's body, or anyone else, because we don't want them jumping from you to you or to somebody else or whatever. We want to make sure everybody is cleared and we wiped out where there's no hiding space whatsoever when we pull out any entities, and we make sure that they even the discarnates or earthbound spirits, we want to make sure that they're all gone and gone to the light, and that they're not hiding in the house, and they're not hiding anywhere in your body or anybody else's. Okay. All right. So let's see. So you're welcome. So I got to clear. Still kind of carrying somebody's anxiety. I don't want it. Take it to the light. I don't want it. No, I don't care. I'm not taking it on, not holding it for you. We're going to transmute it to the light. I'm going to give it to God and the angels. Thank you. Okay. So Justine, is work going to get easier? Let's see. Here's the thing. I kind of feel that you're around a lot of people. And you see this card? Ooh, I just going to make sure. The 9 of Air. You see all those people around you. Here's the thing. To me, everyone around you in that workspace is expecting the worst. And what's happening is technically you're having some self-fulfilling prophecies, because again, if everyone's expecting the worst, then what's going to happen? What's going to be projected back towards you, right? You're sending the signal in the universe that the worst is going to happen. And so, you know, I kind of feel like not just for you, but for everybody, there's a lot of sleepless nights of worrying, okay? How about we change that around? How about we not fall into what's going on around us, okay? How about we change that? How about we start to project out that every day in every way, life is getting better and better, or my job or my work is getting better and better. And again, as I said, the energies at your job is a little funky because everyone is expecting the worst. They're saying that it will get better. But I also kind of feel like there's way more going on. And right now is about the timing. This card says, let me see if you see it, poor timing. So right about now, if you're thinking about work, and if they're trying to do different projects or trying to do something different, now would be very bad timing. Maybe they need to go back to the drawing board and make some plans, and the plans that they have need to be revisioned a little bit. But other than that, it kind of feels like everyone also has to change their thoughts, because if they're already thinking that they're saying sinking ship. This is what I'm being told. Sinking ship. So whenever the boss goes down, the whole crew goes down too, right? It's one of those things about seamen, right? So with that being said, that it starts at the top and it's about planning. But once everything goes well, and I kind of feel like September, I get the number 9. So from now until September, 7 to 9, the number 7 and the number 9. So from here to September, I may feel a little down because the timing is kind of off, okay? So work may not get better. You may not see any improvement until September, okay? So just kind of hang in there. Hang in there and change the mindset. Just do the affirmation that I mentioned before, Justine. Kelly, are you still online? Miss Kelly? Miss Kelly, I gotta ask you, who is this female that recently passed, and why do I feel like she has more of a motherly feel to her? She feels like she has short hair, or maybe she always wore her hair up all the time. And I do feel like she wore glasses, but not all the time. It may have been just for reading. And this woman loved to read. Miss Kelly, if you're still there, please comment below. For some reason, I feel like her passing was recent, or maybe she was the last person to have passed in the past 5 years, I believe. 5 years, 5 months, or in May. Kim, this is actually for Miss Kelly Riley. Miss Kelly? Just kind of waiting for her to respond back. I'm not sure why I'm picking up on congenital heart failure is the word that I'm being told. Or some sort of heart disease, or maybe she had some sort of heart disease prior and they put either a stent or something in the heart. And they're referring to me to tell you about a scar, Miss Kelly. Scar, I want to say on the left hand, but for some reason I'm thinking right. Miss Kelly, if you're there, please comment below. All right, so moving on. I'm going to disconnect from that. Yeah, she's not responding, so just kind of put it in a holding box somewhere. All right. So, Miss Rosie, you're saying who is better? Who better for me? S or B? Is this weird? Let me just ask you. Miss Rosie, what do we need to know about the S person for Miss Rosie? What do we need to know about the other one? So when it comes to the S name for Miss Rosie, I kind of feel like this is someone that you've talked to before and that you're reconciled with, or that someone that you talked to in the past and they've returned. Miss Rosie, when it comes to the gentleman with the S name. Now, when it comes to the person with the B name, kind of feels like he's a little newer. I kind of feel that the emotions are just kind of all over the place with this one. But he has set his sights on you, definitely set his sights on you. And he's wanting to give you the love that you deserve. So what you need to do with this one is that you need to go ahead and try to open up your heart and just kind of let the past go. Let bygones be bygones. He's an ex for a reason. He obviously didn't work out the first time. Don't go back, go forward. All right, so Miss Kelly, you're still here. Okay, so do you know who the female is that I'm talking about? Scar on the left, or recently passed, yeah, within the past 5 years, or maybe she was the last one to have passed. Showing me that she had reading glasses, didn't wear them all the time, or she had some issues with her eyes, and that she had short hair. Here's the thing, I'm thinking that her name began with the M for some reason. I'm not sure. The other thing that I'm showing is that either it's a scar or maybe a birthmark. Are you on the left or the right side? So I'm just going to kind of give you a little more details about this female. This female feels like she's older, maybe has a grandmotherly older soul type energy to her. And they're saying congenital heart failure. So it makes me feel like there was something going on either in the chest or the heart or the lungs before her passing, or that may have contributed to her passing. But I also kind of feel like maybe she already had prior heart stuff going on that they tried to work on beforehand. Okay, Miss Kelly, does this sound familiar to you as far as this female is concerned based on the description? Okay, so you're saying you had several female friends pass. So who was the one who passed away around May sometime or springtime? Was that around the 5th? So when she passed, this friend of yours is female, correct? And was that around the 5th of July? I know I can't really hear anything, but I have to keep the mic on because that's what helps me make sure that you guys can hear me. Miss Kelly? So I'm going to move on to Miss Edith. Miss Edith, I'm hearing the words trouble in paradise, but I don't feel like it has anything to do with you and your spouse. I kind of feel like maybe there's something going on in your spouse, either work or family stuff. Okay, Miss Kelly, again, did this friend of yours, did she have heart or lung issues before she passed? And was this around the 5th of July? She's one of the recent ones that had just passed, is what I'm being told. And that she's either had heart or lung problems prior to, before her passing. And they're saying to me that she has either a scar, a birthmark, or maybe even a tattoo, either on her left or right side of her arm, or forearm, or somewhere's on her arm. All right. So again, Miss Edith, if you're there, again, as I said, I kind of feel like this is more for your husband. They're saying trouble in paradise, but not meaning that you and him are having relationship problems, but there's something going on with him, either at work or with his family. So there's something around there that's causing some difficulty or misunderstandings going on. And I kind of feel like he's not happy about something. Again, I said, Miss Kelly, that this person's name began with an M. Okay. So again, it more than likely is Miss Mary. She's wanting to let you know that, and again, I'm hoping this Miss Mary is the one that just recently passed. And this is one of the reasons why I kind of rather do the phone thing, because then I can really connect. And this is, Miss Kelly, we're going to go ahead and move on because you're taking too long. And it's kind of going over your head. So again, I mentioned earlier that the person's name was an M, and you're saying Miss Mary, and you're taking too long to respond back. All right, so I'm going to go to Miss Edith again. Okay, thank you. You said that you think that it's his family. Okay. So when it comes to his family, this is what they're telling me. Something about someone's not doing well financially, but it's like he doesn't know how to help them. I'm not sure whether or not he has part of his family or his parents are living in out of Texas or somewhere further. But I definitely feel like there's something going on in that family situation. Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely something going on financially. Definitely something going on financially with your husband's family, and he doesn't know how to help them or how to even begin to assist them. It's not that he can't, but it's just that maybe financially it's just not helpful. And I honestly feel like either this person and his family has either lost his job or somebody lost their income. Okay. So I'm going to leave that with you, hon. All right. So I'm going to start wrapping up here because I've got some stuff I got to do. You're welcome, Miss Edith. I hope this kind of helped you a little bit. I'm going to go back through. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys. I thank everyone for joining me. We have a lot of comments here. I'm not sure why. Oh, well, it is showing up on YouTube. I'm not sure why it's not showing up on Periscope. It is, but just a couple. So I will be back on next Monday. Same time, around 8:30-ish. Central Standard Time. I'm not sure where you're watching from, but definitely we'll tune in once a week on Mondays around the same time, 8:30 Central PM, Central Standard Time PM. I want to thank everyone for joining me. If you're wanting a session, you can visit www.victoriaalvarado.com. If you got a reading and you just feel that you want to make a love donation, you can also make a love donation at my Cash App at # Texas Medium. Oh, thank you, Miss Justine. So again, if you're wanting a reading or a healing session, you can visit me at victoriaalvarado.com and you'll select the book appointment page, and it will show you all the list of services that I offer and the pricing, and you'll be able to schedule your session through there. I'm also doing some email readings too, guys, just so you know. That's something that's new that I just started. And you'll receive a picture of your cards that I pull for you. Again, if you had a session, you had a reading, free reading today, and you want to make a love donation, you can send it to Cash App. And my Cash App is # Texas Medium. And until next week, you guys, you have a blessed and wonderful night.